Hi guys, I thought I'd just do one more short video about the brother scan and cut. Someone asked me, can you do more than one cut? And because I have the machine and everything's sort of obvious, I thought that was obvious, but it's not. I understand. So what you see here, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces I cut in one go. So what you do is when you set up the shape, you can also push the little button that duplicates the shape. So if I were to do this one and I'd want to cut a big one out in one go, it would do that also, because you can put as many shapes on there as you want. And that's what I did with this little piece of Yupo. Look at that. That's just this. Look at my hand and look at the size. And I cut 10 little ovals out of there, and they're right here. I'll take you down and give you a close-up. But this time I didn't cover them with resin. I put on those ready-made bezel things, cabochon glass. That's what they call it. And I put it on there with diamond glaze. That is a special glue to glue jewelry and stuff that has to be transparent. So I use that. So if you want to do this, wait a minute, I'll let me get a chair, and maybe I should put down, let's see if I can do this. Put the lamps back a bit, just a little bit, like that. And then I will lower you guys down. Hope I don't drop my iPad. Oops, oops. Here we go. There you are. Now you're much lower. Okay, so I'm gonna get a chair. I was gonna make a short video, but let's make a longer one. Who cares? Because I'd like to tell you how I did this one. This is really beautiful. Look at that. I just love the finish. This is the side that I haven't finished yet. And this is the finished side where I put some resin on top. Let me get you in close. There you are. See that? And that side I haven't put on resin yet. What I'd like to do is tell you how I did this, because if you don't have a brother scan and cut, which I imagine not everyone has because they're pretty expensive. Oh, by the way, you can get the lowest model, and it will cut all these shapes. The higher you go, the more fonts, the lettering you get, and more packed stuff in there, but it will do the same thing. So I'm gonna show you how I did this, and I have to say a big thank you to Fiona, because she came up with this idea. But I'm gonna show you how you can make one of these. So what you do, first I'm gonna show you a close-up of these, because then I can put them away. But look at that. They are kind of pretty, aren't they? See those little, tiny little acrylic pores in there? They are kind of funny. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in a necklace. I'm going to make some sort of a boho necklace. I'm going to use that one. Maybe I'll put this one in. Yeah, there should have been some green in there. But if I look at it through the screen, it looks pretty awesome. See, when I put these, I'm going to put them all in the chain. But I think I'm going to do that on some wax cord or something like that. Something like that. I bet you it's going to look awesome. So I'm going to take it all the way, put it on the side there. This is a oops pendant because it has this stuff in the middle there. I don't like that. I put my finger on that before I put the resin in. Okay, putting this aside for now. Getting this thing. Okay, we all know what this is, right? This is a punch. And this is a 1.5. I think, yeah, that's inches. It's not 1.5 centimeters, so that's 1.5 inch. Now, you get a nice piece of U-bolt. Let's say we like this one really a lot. Now, if you turn it upside down, here you can exactly see what you're going to get. So, I just punch out that bit and another one with a little bit of white because it has to go together, right? So that's the front, that's the back. And we just punch that out of the U-bolt. Now we get some other paper and we punch 2 for the top, 2 for the bottom, and we want 2 in the middle. So altogether we have 6 of these. There we go. That's a lot of hearts. Now we get a ruler and a really sharp knife. The sharp knife. The ruler. And what we want to do is take 2 of these the middle things, 2 of them, and we are going to, first we're going to cut them in half. So this is number 1. We're going to cut it exactly in half. That's one. And another one. Make sure you do it in half. Now, that's the 1 and that's number 2. See that? Okay. Now you get your ruler and you take off a really incy, teeny little bit. I hate this swivel thing. I gotta get another one. Oops. I'm cutting straight over the ruler. So that's number 1. And you really want a little bit because this is where we're going to put the wire in. I really don't like this knife, but I guess I'll have to do with it, right? That's number 1. Now we're going to do this one. I have some other knives, but I have to find them first. Oh, maybe I can do it with the... That's it. And the last one, let's see where the rubber is. Nah, that's too high. And you have to press down really with a lot of weight because otherwise it sort of slips. This is not my kind of tool. I like them when they are just, you know, steady, not swiveling. Okay, that's it. We don't need that anymore. So now we have 2 in the middle. We took off a little bit because, let me get it. And of course I can, oh yes, there it is. You'll get the idea, but it's not this one. This has a little bump on the back, but what I really want is one of those long ones with a little hole in the back. So we're going to put that through, and that's why you have to create a little cavity before you can put it straight through. So now I'm going to get my glue. And for this I'm using Mod Podge. So what I'm doing is I'm going to start with the good one, the good side. See that? I'm going to start with that. Put a little glue on. Oops, that's way too much glue. Way too much glue. So I'm going to take some off and put that on the other one. That's more than enough glue. Now we're going to stick one of the papers on, and we're going to do the same to the other one. Then we're going to put on more glue. And we're going to do it again. Put on one of these papers. There we are. Then we're going to put on a little bit more glue. Like that. And now we're going to build up those sides. So that's number 1. That's number 2. And I'll rearrange them better because they still will slide. But I just want you to have an idea of what I'm trying to do. Okay, we can put this away for a bit. Now we line them up. And when you do this with cardstock, you can line them up better than I am doing right now. Now I'll have to take that one off. Put it back on there. That's better. Okay, that's number 1. I'm going to take this one off. This one isn't that well done. And take this one off again. Well, at least you can see that it's sticking. I'm trying to do it really fast, but this stuff, you know, it just takes a bit. But as you can see, you've created a space there for when we are going to put this on one of those pins. So remember, not this kind of a pin, but the other one. But as you can see, it fits snugly right there in the middle, and that's what you want to do. You could do this differently, and then you'd need to sort of cut out space. Let me glue this again. This is really fast drying glue. That's okay, we can do it. Putting it way up on the side, lining it up. Now the other one. Lining this one up. Okay, so we have the space where that pin's going to go through, and now you want to put some more glue on because we're going to glue them together. And this could be a real nice little thing to do with children, but I'd make them a little bit bigger so they know what you're trying to do, and they can do it with their little hands. You don't want them to be too small because then, you know, they don't like to do it. Okay, got it all lined up. This is it. A little bit off here. Whoops, can't do that. That's looking okay. This is not going to be a really pretty one, but it's just so that you guys know exactly what I'm getting at and that you can make one better than me. So as you can see, you can stick the pin right through, and there it is coming out the bottom. See that? So that works. And now comes the fun part. So I have some silver, because there's silver glitter on this one. I'm going to use silver. Oh, see that? I haven't even opened this before. I've had this for about 10 years, I think. You know, I am just so greedy when it comes to art stuff. Then I'm an impulsive shopper when it comes to art. So this is pretty. Silver. Let's see if it's, oh yeah, it's really thin. Okay, so what we do, and now I gotta sit down. So we're gonna take a little bit of that glue, and we're gonna glue the middle. What I'd really do first was I would make sure that these are filled up totally so they're really flat. If you know what I mean. Now they're not so flat, but you know, when you do it, you can take more time and build it up better than I do now. So here we go. Okay, that's done. Now I'm gonna go over the side. See that? Just a little bit over the side. And remember, guys, if you want to see someone else do this and she does it better than I do, watch Fiona's video. I'll put the link in the description of this video, because she makes a really pretty earrings. But this is like the size of a pendant. So then we take our silver and we put our silver on, just like that, over the side. And because we got glue on there, it will just stick to it. Even the front and the back where we put the glue. And you can do this a couple of times, so if you don't think it's enough, you can just do another. And as I'm doing this, this is also really nice if you do this on a painting. On a painting, you would load up your brush with any sort of like Mod Podge or anything else. And you could do this, make a really nice flow. Then get your silver, put the silver on there, tap it down a little bit, and then when you're ready, you take it off. And then all what's gonna be remaining, see that, is where you went with your brush. Now I'm doing it way too fast, but you get my drift. These are sort of things you can do when you have a camera that you can speed up the the video, or it'll just drive you crazy. That's as long as it takes. And see how the sides, they're sort of like, how do you call it, grunge, sort of grungy looking. That's really pretty. And you can just stick this stuff on. Look at that. That is awesome. You have some of the pour coming through and the silver, and it's like the silver is sort of, you know, releasing itself because it's old, so it has a sort of a grunge look to it. Now, if you don't think it's enough, you just put on another layer of Mod Podge. Get your silver, put it on, like that. It sticks on everything. That's it. Let's see if I got everything. No, I don't think I've got it all. So we want this little bit here. That's better looking. Maybe I skipped a little bit there. Do want to give you the full video look. Okay, that's it. So the rest you can just take off. I would take a little soft little brush and brush it all off, and everything that isn't stuck down will just come off. But look at that. That is beautiful. It has that silvery look. Now what you can do is, and of course you're going to be having this totally smooth, not like mine because I had to do it so fast. But then you can come in with, let's see, where do we have it? Here it is, my favorite varnish. And then you just varnish it like that. Let it dry and do another couple of layers. Look at that. Don't forget the sides, of course. But this is for the people that don't have one of those scanner cut things. So if you take 1 or 2 punches, you can make a lot of jewelry. You know, I'm talking different sizes because for a pendant, this would be a nice size, but for earrings, I'd go a little bit smaller, like 1 inch for the earrings. And then just let it dry. Give it I would give it 4 or 5 coats. See that? And that's it. I wouldn't put it down here because it might stick to the to the paper, but this was just for the video purpose, so that's how I do it. And this is a pretty thick silver, by the way. I'm looking at it right now. See, they've sewn it together somehow, and there's it's pretty thick. Normally the silver I buy isn't as thick as this. Okay, thank you all for watching. Turned out to be a longer video than we expected. Oh yeah, this is the one, see, you don't have to put varnish on it. You can do resin too, if you have resin. Just a tiny bit on top. See how beautiful that shines? And here I did put varnish on to make this all smooth. And I'm going to put on the copper colored leaf on this one. Or maybe not, I'm not sure. But I hope it's it looked like fun. I hope it's something you're willing to do, because it's all very easy. As you could see, all you need is a good punch. And this one is 1.5 inch. You need a pair of scissors. You need an X-Acto knife or just a sharp knife to cut off the side a little. You need some Mod Podge. Most of you guys already have this. A ruler, of course, always handy. A little bit of gold leaf or silver leaf or whatever color you want to put on there. That's it. So thank you all for watching. Gonna pop this one on YouTube also as a little bonus video. And see you all tomorrow in a new video. Thanks for watching. Love you all to pieces. Liebe euch alle. Bye bye.